Hey everybody, I know it's been a long time, but welcome to a new episode of That's Horrible with Brandon and John. I fucked that up, but whatever. Today we are going to talk about
Tragedy Girls.
This is a movie that everybody or any self-respecting horror fan needs to see. How would you describe it?
It's damn near perfect.
It's
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's modern. It's got some great kills in it. Which that's the main reason we watch these things, right?
It's stylish without being over the top stylish. Like, I don't know if anybody saw The Babysitter that was on Netflix. Loved that movie, but the style was like totally in your face all the time. Mm-hmm. This just is a nice touch of style. Nothing over the top. Doesn't look like a music video. But it's definitely a mix of Mean Girls, a little bit of Clueless in there, and I guess Scream would be because it's a slasher when it comes down to it, but it's still, to me, very self-aware kind of thing.
Today's teenagers, with social media, it'd be like watching the killer's side. Scream from the killer's perspective, almost.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Obviously, social media plays a huge role in this movie. The whole thing is these two girls who call themselves the Tragedy Girls have a Twitter, Instagram, probably Facebook. Their whole thing is they're looking for a local serial killer, and this isn't really spoiling anything because I think they even say it on the back. But
it happens in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, in the first 5 minutes, they catch the guy and they hold him hostage, and they're huge fans, I guess. And
they want to learn from him, and they start taking over.
All
for followers.
All for followers, and they keep getting pissed because their kills keep looking like accidents. Like, we're not going to go into all the kills, even though there are two that probably the coolest kills I've seen in the last 20 years for a horror movie. I mean, they're awesome, and we watch a lot, especially me. We watch a lot of slashers, so we know our kills, and there's very few movies recently that come even close to a couple of these kills and how creative they are. Memorable. One of the most memorable kills in the last decade for me is from Laid to Rest, when a guy gets a knife in the side of the head and he pulls up, rips the guy's face off. That I'm never going to forget. These kills are just right up there with that. Mm-hmm. They are fucking amazing. Well done. And everybody in this movie is awesome. They are really well acted. The one girl played Negasonic Teenage Warhead in Deadpool. And then the other girl, I'm blanking on, I don't even know.
Storm?
Yeah, she played Storm in one of the X-Men movies.
The newer X-Men movies, which I have not seen. So.
Yeah, I haven't either. But they're great. They're best friends. It really feels like they're best friends. They are just great chemistry. And God, I really wish we could tell you about the kills, but I don't want. Yeah, they are just so amazing. I actually screamed, "Holy fuck! I can't believe they just did that!" More than once in this movie. I paused it and said, "Honey, you gotta get back in here and see this. This was fucking nasty." I don't do that with horror movies that often. I mean, there's movies and I'm like, "Holy fuck, that was great." But
you want to rewind and watch these. These are worth.
I watched the kills 2 or 3 times, which I know kind of makes it sound fucked up, but we don't want to. Yeah,
they're kind of some of them are almost like Final Destination kills. That
over the top, they even joke about that. They're like, "Well, that's some Final Destination type shit right there." But fuck. It's one of those movies that I'd seen it pop up on Instagram through various t-shirt companies that I follow, like Cavity Colors mentioned it, and it kind of came out of nowhere. All of a sudden, people within 1 week, everybody's like, "You've got to see this movie." I'd maybe heard the name beforehand, but I never saw a trailer or anything. I don't even think I watched a trailer before I bought the movie. I think it was just one of those things, you need to see this. My friend Melissa out in Seattle bought it first, and she was just like, "Yeah, you've got to see this movie. It's so fucking amazing." I'm like, "All right, I trust your opinion."
It's kind of a rare instance where the movie lives up to the hype.
More than that, it far exceeded my expectations. I knew it would be. I figured it would be a fun movie. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize it would go to the level of gore, and it's got a great fucked up ending, which, you know, every good slasher, you know, needs a good fucked up ending, or, you know, whatever. Any horror movie, I prefer the fucked up or depressing ending, and this just is, it makes you hate teenage girls. I'm glad I don't have kids. You're fucked in a few years. Let's hope your daughter doesn't want to go on a killing spree. Well, her and Brian's kids could hook up and they could go kill people.
Well, that's good.
They could. They better not.
Let's not encourage that.
Yeah, let's not encourage that. Killing's bad. Don't kill. But yeah,
personally, I can't tell my favorite part, but like when they finally get masks and like that's their killer persona, like their masks, and like when they finally just decide that this is their identity and who they are, it's like a really cool moment. And I was thinking about, I got my horror tattoo sleeve here, maybe putting their faces on.
Oh yeah, these are tattoo worthy girls. They are just so fucking psychotic. They even talk about, like, was it one of the parents or some psychiatrist or cop was like, I looked through her files and the warning signs are all there. Like, she's clearly a narcissistic bitch. Well, they come from completely different backgrounds. You got the one girl who comes from the rich family, like super nice house, very loving family, and then you got the girl that I think her mom's not around. Maybe it's just her and her dad.
She lives in a trailer.
It still seems like her father is pretty loving, but it still kind of seems like she had to grow up a lot faster and like kind of has to help take care of her dad because, you know, some guys are just worthless. But yeah, they both are just equally fucked up in the head and they just feed off of each other. It's just one of those rare movies that instantly I know that it's one of my favorites and that I'll watch it
for a long time.
Yeah, like
long time.
There's only been a handful of movies, I mean, other than like, you know, like Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street, where you see them and you're just like, holy fuck, you know, these are amazing movies. There's only been a handful of movies that just kind of came out of the blue for me, and I'm like, that's easily in my top 10. Intruder from the late 80s with Sam Raimi and a few other people. That's one movie that I've watched it probably 100 times, and it's only been on Blu-ray for
a couple of years.
Yeah, just a handful of years. It's just that good that it's like, if I can't think of anything else to watch, I'll put that in. I'm trying to think what else reaches that level. There's a few others that for some reason I'm blanking on, but Tragedy Girls is definitely, it's going to be my go-to movie for a while. I think my wife is going to get sick of it. Hopefully she doesn't get any ideas from the movie.
It was on Hulu for a few days, but got pulled.
Oh, it did?
But I guess it's coming back in April.
Did
Something about like Hulu is going to try a new like video on demand service.
Oh,
with certain flicks. And
well, I've been lying to my coworkers. Hey, check this out! It's on Hulu. Did they take it down because of the mass shooting?
I wondered about that.
It would make sense, you know. If you're watching this, you probably also know about the mass shooting that happened in Florida. We're not going to go into the politics of that, but I could see why they would maybe pull this movie down. I mean, there's no like, they're not walking in with guns and shooting, but they kill some students.
It's very, the timing that this movie came out with current events and like kind of the big finale of this movie, it's just kind of made me a little uneasy just because it just happened. What had just happened in the world, but that's, you know, that's what horror movies are supposed to do. They're not supposed to make you warm and fuzzy. They're supposed to make you squirm a little bit.
And this one will make
this one does it.
I'm telling you, the ending, brutal, very brutal, fucked up ending, and they could easily do a sequel. I think.
Oh, I hope so.
I really hope they do a sequel. I want a goddamn franchise of this shit. I want 7 more movies. I want it to. Well, they've already got the comedy aspect, so they're not going to go the route of Nightmare on Elm Street and be really fucked up for a while and then go funny. They already got the funny part down.
It's a perfect mix of the two.
It's one of the best horror comedies ever. I'd almost say it's more comedy than anything, which I know will turn some people off. They're like, get your comedy out of my horror, but fuck them. This has enough gore and some of the best kills that it's just perfect. I'm going to say it's perfect. Well acted, great gore.
Fun. I wasn't bored.
No, not at one point.
You know, sometimes a movie can just drag on. This one, I thought the pacing was great. I loved all the characters. I don't really have any complaints or anything I would have changed about it. So
it's fun watching pretty people kill.
And I look forward to seeing whatever these people have to do next.
Oh,
be it a franchise to this or a new title altogether. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I don't even know the director's name.
That's
how prepared we are. Remember?
Yeah, well, directed by Tyler McIntyre, and the Blu-ray I think is actually a BDR.
Oh, really?
Yeah, according to my Blu-ray player when I put it in, it was a BDR, which just means burned. Whatever, I don't know. It's legit.
Oh, it's a BDR.
Yeah, it's definitely a BDR. Well, who cares? It's awesome. I really, really hope that the director goes on to do more things. I'm not sure. I didn't even look to see if he did anything else. This is the only important thing he's ever done. This is amazing. Oh wait, he did Patchwork, I think. I don't know much about that. I think somebody told me to watch it.
Well, I guess we'll just have to check it out.
Now I gotta see that. But this is where it's at, guys. This is because it came out on Blu-ray this year, I believe. I'm saying it's my top movie of the year until I see Black Panther, because apparently that's awesome. But this right now wins all. I think Brandon and I are going to get matching tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fucking do it. I don't care.
That'll be at the show.
Yeah.
It'll be our level calling.
I would seriously get matching tattoos. Yeah. I have no shame. So, alrighty, guys. Well, remember, if you don't like the video...
That's horrible.
See ya. Bye.